Welcome, mothers, fathers, family, and friends. My name is Gina Harris, and I'm the Chief Executive Officer at Now I Lay Me Down to Sleep. I am honored to welcome you to the Now I Lay Me Down to Sleep Florida Remembrance Walk. Due to the COVID-19 outbreak, we appreciate your understanding and willingness to participate with Now I Lay Me Down to Sleep in this virtual format. Due to social distancing and closures, I'm recording this from my home, and a little later, my husband will be joining me to help with this presentation. Please know that we have 400 people registered to join us in honoring our babies together. While there is comfort in walking together in person, please know that even though we are gathered in a virtual environment, we still hold you close to our hearts. Every day, parents call upon Now I Lay Me Down to Sleep to capture precious heirloom portraits of their babies. No matter what else is going on in the world, more than 100 families every day in the United States alone need Now I Lay Me Down to Sleep, and we want to continue to be there for them. Whether it is through one of our photographers or through our new medical program, every parent deserves to have their babies honored through timeless photographs. Your support of the Now I Lay Me Down to Sleep Remembrance Walk will help us serve these families in the midst of the world's current condition. So we sincerely thank you for your continued support of Now I Lay Me Down to Sleep so we can help parents during this devastating time. We want to make sure that you feel part of the community. We have an event Facebook page. It's the Now I Lay Me Down to Sleep Florida Remembrance Walk, so make sure you join that page. And we would love for you to shoot a short video sharing your baby's name and maybe just a little information about your story. Also, depending on what you're doing during this walk, we would love for you to post pictures. So maybe you're just gathered in your backyard, maybe you're going on a hike, or you're going outside somewhere. We would love to see pictures of that. So please share with that so we can have more of that community feel. Unite with the other families participating in the walk by taking part in this. When a child loses his parent, they are called an orphan. When a spouse loses his or her partner, they are called a widow or a widower. When parents lose their child, there isn't a word to describe them. These are the words of President Reagan in 1988 when he declared October Pregnancy and Infant Loss Awareness Month. Today, we still do not have a word to call those of us who have lost a baby. We are gathered here today because we have been impacted by pregnancy and/or infant loss. And while there is not an adequate word to call this community, our hope is that today you will feel united with others who have walked this difficult journey. Our hope is that you will not feel alone in your journey. Our hope is that you will find healing and peace in honor of your baby through this remembrance ritual. For the past 12 years, taking part in this remembrance walk has had a significant impact on my healing journey. From when we lost our baby David back in 2007 to stillbirth, and then our son Ethan in 2008 to another stillbirth with a totally unrelated cause, and then experiencing 2 miscarriages. This walk is a significant part of the healing journey. And I know I would not be where I am today without participating in this, whether it is in person or in a virtual format like this. Knowing that there are other families who have experienced this unimaginable loss, and also being able to hear our babies' names read and to honor them is so important for the healing. And I know that many of you are not as far along in your journey as I am, but know that everything you do to honor and remember your baby is going to most certainly help you with your healing. Honoring and remembering your baby in this way validates their lives. It shows that they existed. So thank you for sharing your babies with me along with my babies. We would not be able to conduct this walk without a number of instrumental volunteers. I would first of all like to thank Billy and Sarah Lloyd for providing the music that you will hear today. To my husband, Rob Harris, There were a number of people who were going to be reading babies' names and helping with this presentation should we have been in Florida in person. But thankfully, since I can't be inviting people over to my home and we can't get out, thankfully my husband is willing to help us. So you'll meet him a little later. And to our amazing volunteers in Florida who were going to be on the stage as part of the presentation, Doug Flegel, Lindsay Dennis, Anthony Bencomo, Mike Rivera, Dr. John Lott III, Mike Marion, and Scott Taylor. And also our musician that was planned for Florida, Sarah Moore. Thank you so much for being willing. And I am hoping in 2021 that we will all be together again and be able to see each other. Thank you to our area coordinator and our volunteer photographer, Dave Schlenker. And then also to the entire staff at Now I Lay Me Down to Sleep. We have specific individuals who have really been working on the walk, including Jackie Hahn, Melissa Ramsey, Rachel Fine, and Lori Sizemore. But if it wasn't for the entire team, this would not be possible. And most of the rest of the team, they are working towards our mission to make sure we're available to take photographs of families and to launch our medical program. So I want to thank our entire staff, our dream team. So thank you so much. And we couldn't do this without our walk committee. Kristen Rivera, Amanda Edwards, Andrea Lamondi, Doug Flegel, Scott Taylor, Shalina Lott, Stephanie Blanco, Yali Wolk. Thank you so much for all the work that you put into this. And even though we're not in person for this walk, this still would not have happened without your dedication and your time that you've put into this. This would not have been possible. So thank you so much. We would like to thank the organizations who have taken part in our resource pavilion to provide further support for families. In an email, we will be sending out this list so you can see their websites, because at the walk, they would have been set up at tables for you to find out more about their resources. So I highly encourage you to check them out. It's critical that the pregnancy and infant loss support programs work together to best serve this community. And so we would like to thank them. Angel of Hope, Faith 45, Hyatt's Angels, From Grief to Hope, Madison's Miracles, Winnie Palmer Hospital NICU Ambulance, Mother's Milk Bank of Florida. In addition to being a resource, Mother's Milk Bank of Florida is also our presenting sponsor. We would like to share with you the important work that they do. Please watch this video.
At the Mother's Milk Bank of Florida, our main focus is to provide safe, pasteurized donor human milk to medically fragile babies. Mothers who produce more milk than their babies need generously donate to help feed sick and premature babies. Usually the mothers have healthy babies at home, but on occasion our donors are bereaved. In the face of this devastating loss, these women find it in their hearts to give their precious milk to benefit other babies. Since our opening in 2015, we have had nearly 100 bereaved donors. In gratitude for their selfless gift, we honor their angel babies by placing a shell with the baby's name and birth date in our sandbox. 2 shells create a pair of angel wings. This idea came from a baby who was taken off life support, and as the father went to pull out a tissue from his pocket, he pulled out a shell. The nurse suggested the family collect the tears of love in the shell, and the tears were used to baptize their baby. The angel wing shells seemed a perfect way to honor the children of our bereaved donors here in Florida. We would not be where we are today without them, and neither would all the Florida premature babies receiving the life-saving milk.
This is such a beautiful way to honor all babies. Thank you to Mother's Milk Bank of Florida, who is also our presenting sponsor. We could not do this walk without your support, so thank you very much. I'd also like to thank our other sponsors, Duck Detectives, Hyatt's Angels, Faith 45, and MPICS. The fundraising you have done for Now I Lay Me Down to Sleep is even more critical at this time. We just launched the Now I Lay Me Down to Sleep medical program sooner than we planned as a response to COVID-19. Our program is a training for medical providers and is approved for 2 hours of continuing education units for nurses. They will learn how to take quality photographs from a phone or a camera, and then they have access to uploading images in our portal for our professional level digital retouch artists to create an heirloom quality portrait that is known as the Now I Lay Me Down to Sleep gift. All the funds raised will go directly towards serving families through this program. These are families who at this moment do not know that they may need Now I Lay Me Down to Sleep. But when they sadly do, you will help us be available to them no matter what the current conditions are in this world. Thank you for the fundraising that you have done on your pages, and they are still open for fundraising if you'd like to do this to help us with this effort to get the medical program up off the ground, to get it in the hands to as many nurses as possible. We would like to honor and thank the following teams who have raised $500 or more. Adelaide's Angels, remembering Adelaide, Everlee, Hines. Charlotte Grace, remembering Charlotte Grace Patterson. Determine, remembering Melody Determine Wiggs. Emma Lily's Love, remembering Emma Lily Castleman. Hashtag Loving Ollie Always, remembering James Oliver Sauls. Thank you again to our teams for doing the effort and taking the time to fundraise in order to help families in the future. I would now like to introduce to you Sarah Lloyd, who will be singing In the Arms of an Angel.
Spend all your time waiting for that second chance, for a break that would make it okay. There's always some reason to feel not good enough, and it's hard at the end of the day. I need some distraction, oh beautiful release. Memories seep from my veins, let me be empty, oh and weightless, and maybe I'll find some peace tonight in the arms of the angel. Fly away from here, from this dark cold hotel room and the endlessness that fear. You are pulled from the wreckage of your silent reverie. You're in the arms of the angel. May you find some comfort here. So tired of the straight line, and everywhere you turn, there's vultures and thieves at your back. The storm keeps on twisting, keep on building the lies that you make up for all that you have. Don't make no difference. Escape one last time. It's easier to believe in this sweet madness. Oh, this glorious sadness brings me to my knees in the arms of the angel. Fly away from here, from this dark cold hotel room and the endlessness that I feel. You are pulled from the wreckage of your silent reverie. Your arms of the angel, may you find some comfort here.
Thank you, Sarah. I now have my husband, Rob Harris, with me, and he will be doing the Quotes of Hope presentation with me.
You are not alone, even if it feels like it sometimes. Because you are anticipating the rest of your life, your loss may feel like an indescribable journey of survival. The sting eventually fades, but the scar never goes away. In the midst of the pain, we can also hold on to the beauty of the memories.
How very quietly you tiptoed into our world. Silently, only a moment you stayed. But what an imprint your footprints have left on our hearts. As said by Helen Keller, the best and most beautiful things in the world cannot be seen nor even touched, but just felt in the heart.
How lucky you are to have something that makes saying goodbye so hard.
Tears shed for another person are not a sign of weakness. They are a sign of a pure heart.
No one ever told me that grief felt so like fear.
Laughter is the equivalent of taking a deep breath and letting it out.
Sometimes it's okay if the only thing you did today was breathe.
The most beautiful kind of smile is the one that struggles through tears.
The one who left gentle footprints on our hearts left a story worth telling.
Everyone deals with grief in their own way, and everyone is entitled to that without judgment.
You don't have to push yourself too hard all the time. It's okay to rest. You know your limits.
To feel upset, angry, confused, and hurt is human.
How quietly you tiptoed into our world. Silently, only a moment you stayed. But what an imprint your footprints have left upon our hearts.
Where there is deep grief, there was great love.
Some say you are too painful to remember. I say you are too precious to forget.
It is often in the darkest skies that we see the brightest stars.
The mention of my child's name may bring a tear to my eye, but it never fails to bring music to my ears.
We will be reading the names of the babies that we are honoring and remembering today.
Mateo Santiago Acosta, Dakota Mayrosa Allegro, Baby Root, Tyler Chase Allen, Emma Margaret Bartz, Caitlin Paige Beckwith, Gabriella Grace Bencomo, Brody Laiku Basara, Stanford Jacob Bird, Jaonte Real Maverick Campbell, Nyhila Ava Casanova, Skylar Avery Churko, Parker Lee Coleman, Ava Rose Jean Cook, Graham John Cowan, Avell William Christ, Sophia Kyla Dennis, Dasa Brielle Dennis, Kate Doherty, Adeline Nicole Duffield,
Logan Eberhardt, Cameron Eberhardt, Elliot Eberhardt, Rowan Eberhardt, Levi Weston Edwards, Lucilia Ann Englert, Adalyn Esquilin, Carolyn Grace Feller, Christian Carter Ferdinand, Hyatt Walker Flegel, Addison Lillian Frazier, Naomi Elizabeth Gary, Caroline Detter Gilhausen, Oliver Michael Gleber, Baby Grappin, Janaea Shauna Nicole Grappin, Brenham Patrick Green, Maddox Achilles Haggard, Jaxon Thomas Hammond, Sophia Louise Hammond,
Ella Marie Harden, David Paul Harris, Ethan Robert Harris, Jordan Vashon Harris, Leah Hatum, Brinson Aubrey Hayes, Tyler Morgan Hayes, Adelaide Everlee Hines, Jake Paul Hinman, Olivia Rose Hogan, Silas Easton Holland, Nicholas James Incorvati, Mackenzie Lynn Joseph, Emma Lily Castleman, Holden Sean Kelly, Harper James King, Kevin Kirshner, Lennox Gabriel Kazinkowicz, Daniel Lawrence Koenig, Bridget Jane Lagravenese,
Gracelyn Hope Lamondi, Lydia Lila Larimore, Patrick Thomas Lane, Josiah Thomas Latchaw, Yariella Ariana Leon, Anthony Dominic Leon Ramos, Angelia Vanessa Lott, Aleida Jo Maher, Lennox Lee Marion, Ethan James Merrick, Curtis Lee Mills, Zavea Mills, Zukim Mills, Liam Curran Murray, Ava Parham, Bryce Michael Parkman, Princess Parrish, Charlotte Grace Patterson, Julian Skywalker Perez, Piper Marie Sue Phillips,
Zen Zafi Range, Emery Nicole Recully, Faith Margaret Rochelle, Jacob Angelo Rivera, Rowan Roarty, Madison Riley St. Jean, Henry Luis Sanchez III, Aaliyah Faith Santos, Caleb Israel Santos, Kayden Micah Santos, Landon Miguel Santoyo, James Oliver Sauls, Ella Evelise Sinarain, Luna Evelise Sinarain, Grayson Thomas Signary, Madison Elizabeth Stamper, Baby Strell 2013, Baby Strell 2020, William Chisholm Stubbs V, Sofia Kinsey Stubbs,
Ivy Faye Swyear, Everlee Rose Tish, Ella Grace Tuano, Aria Isabela Vega, Chelsea Vogel, Isabella Mae Waldron, Willow Marie Walker, Golden Sky White, Melody Determine Wiggs, Madelyn Rose Wilcox, Jacob Dylan Wilkins, Luke Alfredo Williamson, Serenity Hunter Wolfram, Ashton Ray Wright, Aspen Nicholas Yantz, Gracelyn Sage.
In your journey, you may have felt isolated and alone, but know that we are here united and we stand with you to honor and show remembrance to your baby.
Once you have watched the virtual walk, we encourage you to do something special in remembrance of your baby. Take a walk at a special place, go to the cemetery, or do something that reminds you of your baby. We would also love for you to record a short video about your baby and share it on our event page, and also take pictures of what you're doing during this time to honor your baby.
As we close, I would like to welcome Billy Lloyd singing Tears in Heaven.
Would you know my name if I saw you in heaven? Will it be the same if I saw you in heaven? I must be strong and carry on, 'cause I know I don't belong here in heaven. Would you hold my hand if I saw you in heaven? Would you help me stand if I saw you in heaven? I'll find my way through night and day, 'cause I know I just can't stay here in heaven. Time can bring you down, time can bend your knee. Time can break your heart, have you begging please, begging please, yeah. Beyond the door, there's peace, I'm sure, and I know there'll be no more tears in heaven. Would you know my name if I saw you in heaven? Will it be the same if I saw you in heaven? I must be strong and carry on, 'cause I know I don't belong here in heaven. 'Cause I know I don't belong here in heaven.